Adventurous kids explore with education and learning what a wildlife is in the Everglades. I want to explore the Museum of Discovering Science. What plants do butterflies like? I want to know about Key West. Adventurous kids, learning and fun. Adventurous kids!
Today we're going to
tell you about bicycle safety.
There were 857 bicyclists killed in traffic crashes in the United States in 2018. As you might expect, when a crash occurs between a vehicle and a bike, it's the cyclist who is most likely to be injured. In this episode of Adventurous Kids, you'll learn bicycle safety tips and rules of the road.
Helmet. Every bike ride begins with putting on a helmet, but it's equally important that you ensure a proper fit so your helmet can best protect you. Size can vary between manufacturers. Follow steps to fit a helmet properly. It may take time to ensure a proper helmet fit, but your life is worth it. It's usually easier to look in the mirror or have someone else adjust the straps. It should be level on the top of the head and about 2 fingers width above the eyebrows. It should not rock back and forth or side to side. Strap should be buckled and snug under the chin. Don't wear a hat under your helmet. Take care of your helmet and don't throw it around. If it's damaged, it won't protect you as well when you need it. Get a new helmet if you fall while you're on your bike and hit your head. Put reflective stickers on your helmet so drivers can see you better. Wow!
Bike helmets are so important that the U.S. government has created safety rules for them. Your helmet should have a sticker that says it meets the rules set by the Consumer Product Safety Commission, CPSC. If your helmet doesn't have a CPSC sticker, as your mom or dad get you one that does, properly fitted, helmets can reduce the risk of head injuries by at least 45%. Yet, less than half of children 14 and under usually wear a bike helmet, which is terrible. Myth. My child doesn't need to wear a helmet on short rides around the neighborhood. In fact, your child needs to wear a helmet on every bike ride, no matter how short or how close to home. Also, if you have a bike bell and or bike horn, use it if someone is in your way.
Check your equipment before riding. Inflate tires properly and check that your brakes work. If your brakes don't work, then you could end up crashing. Ouch!
Tires are filled to the proper level, not overfilled. If you overfill the tires are there, tires can explode.
Avoid riding your bike at night. It is far more dangerous to ride at night than during the day because you are harder for others to see if you have to ride at night. Wear something that that makes you more easily seen by others. Make sure you have reflectors on the front and rear of your bicycle. White lights in blinking mode on the front and back, and red rear reflectors are required by law in many states. In addition to reflectors on your tires so others can see you. Consider the following quality bike lights. Sure makes a rechargeable bike light that costs around $17 and is water resistant. PV Bicycle makes a headlight and tail light that costs around $10 and are weather resistant. Add reflection to your child at night with the following options. Kingsor reflective tape costs around $7 and can be worn on clothing or stuck onto your child's bike. Move sells a pack of 4 visibility wristbands that cost around $9. Game, boy!
I'm going to show you where the lights and reflector are. The reflector is right here. And to be really safe, do the light blinking mode. Like this. On the back too. If it's blinking, cars are more likely to pay attention.
Seen and be seen, whether daytime, dawn, dusk, cold weather, or at night. You need to be seen by others. Wearing white has not been shown to make you more visible. Rather, always wear neon, fluorescent, or other bright colors when riding day or night. Also wear something that reflects light, such as reflective tape or markings. Flashing lights dress up in bright colored reflective clothing. Never wear headphones while riding a bike, as you cannot hear what's going on around you. Never hitch onto cars. Remember, just because you can see a driver doesn't mean the driver can see you.
Watch for and avoid road hazards. Be on the lookout. Hazards such as potholes, broken glass, gravel, puddles, leaves, and dogs. All these hazards cause a crash if you are riding with friends and you are in the lead. Yell and point to the hazard to alert the riders behind you.
Ride on the sidewalk when you can. If not, ride in the same direction as traffic, as far on the right-hand side as possible. Ride in a bicycle lane if there's one available. As a rule, children under 10 years old should ride on the sidewalk, not on the road. Even in the bike lane, use your best judgment about whether your child is ready to ride on the road. Make sure he or she can demonstrate the skill and knowledge needed to keep safe.
Make sure you have the right equipment. Everyone should wear a helmet every time he or she rides a bike. Make sure the bike is the correct size for you. A bike that's too big makes injuries more likely. Your feet should reach the ground when he or she is seated. The bike should fit you at his or her current age. You shouldn't grow into it. Make sure the type of bike matches your abilities. For instance, gears and shifting can be confusing for a young child. Start your child with a 1-speed and work up.
Bike riders should know how to use hand signals. These are used to let car drivers know what a bicyclist needs to do. Hand signals include left turn, left arm extended straight out, right turn, left arm bent up at the elbow, or right arm extended straight out, stopping, left arm bent down at the elbow.
into the street at an intersection, a bike rider should always stop, look left, look right, and look left again, look back, and yield to any traffic coming from behind. Bike riders should always watch for cars coming out of driveways, parking spaces, and parking lots. Bikes should always be ridden in the direction of traffic, never against it. They should also be ridden on the right side of the road. Bike riders should understand and obey all street signs, traffic lights, and crossing signals. Young children should always walk bikes through intersections. A bike rider should always assume that a driver can't see him or her unless the driver makes eye contact.
Make sure to keep 2 hands on the bike at all times. Carrying other objects or using a phone prevents them from doing this. If you bring stuff with you, put it on a backpack. That's a bicyclist on whiskey. Over time, bike brakes wear down and work less effectively. Before your child gets on his bike, perform a visual inspection of the brakes. Make sure all the components are there. There should be a brake pad that makes contact with the disc brakes when the handlebar levers are squeezed. If everything looks okay, have your child walk to their bike and squeeze the brake levers to make sure they are working with the wheel movement. If the brakes are less responsive than usual, take your child's bike to get it adjusted and inspected by a professional.
Just like the brakes, the bike chain will injure wear over time. Before your child rides her bike, let her shift gears while walking it. If she bike shifts gears seamlessly and the overall appearance of the chain still looks good, have her get on and test it slowly. If the bike is having trouble shifting gears, getting stuck, or the chain appears to be stretched out and worn, the chain should be replaced. Chains cost around $50 to replace and can be done by a professional or a handy adult.
The gears working properly is important for the chain.
Each time before your child rides a bike, check their tires. Tires should feel firm and not have any holes in them that allow air to escape. Listen for hissing sounds as your child walks to her bike. This indicates a hole or slit in the tire. Bike needs to be patched or replaced before riding. If there are no holes but the tire feels flat, use a pump to add some air in the tires until they are firm again. Have your child test ride the bike to make sure the air pressure feels good and they are going straight, as well as making turns. Riding a bike with flat tires is bad for the bike and puts your child more at risk for falling if you have an older child who will be bike riding with friends or alone. Have him or her carry a patch kit just in case.
I don't need to teach my child all of this bicycle safety stuff. I was never injured as a child. Biking is just meant to be fun. Riding a bike is fun if it's done safely. Unfortunately, most people don't realize hundreds of thousands of children are seriously injured each year in bicycle falls. Worse still, more than 600 children die from them each year. Approximately 229,811 children went to the ER for bicycle-related injuries in 2009. Not again. You may have been lucky enough to survive childhood without a serious bicycle-related injury. You shouldn't count on luck to protect a child. First, here are some general tips for teaching a child to ride a bike. Reinforce success to help the child build confidence. Be patient and don't try to force the process. Your child may not be pedaling right away, but with continued practice, they'll get it. Take a break and come back to it. Pay attention to signs. You should stop and rest. Remember that. Children learn differently and may respond to some methods better than others. Learn what works and adapt as needed. Above all, keep it fun and be safe. Safety first.
May is National Bike Month. Established in 1956, National Bike Month is a chance to showcase many benefits of bicycling and encourage more folks to give biking a try. On National Bike Month, cycling enthusiasts across the country celebrate the many benefits of cycling. The League of American Bicyclists advocates for a bicycle-friendly America sponsors Bike Month each year. The 32-page National Bike Month guide has everything you need to plan Bike Month. A Bike Month event in your community. League's Ride Smart program also is a great resource for educational videos, classes, tips, other information about bike safety as part of National Bike Month. National Bike to Work Week is usually held the third week of May, Bike to Work Day, and on that Friday.
Thank you for watching.
This Adventurous Kids episode.
And
What did you learn today?
Adventurous Kid.
Adventurous kids!
What was the most interesting fact?
Adventurous kids!
Adventurous Kids.
Adventurous